on live. Oh, Lynn. Lynn. When are you gonna get that chair back, Lynn?
That chair is long gone, sweetheart. That is a long gone chair. You know what? I don't even know what to say. I mean, I was obviously I let it all out on Monday, my show Monday, because I was just so pissed. And we got a little. You got a little.
That's okay. I got it.
Okay. So we got a lot to talk about, but yeah. I mean, where do you even begin? I mean, there is nothing positive coming out of Hallis Hall right now. Nothing. And I've gotten some feedback, right?
Wait, from who? The man himself?
I'm getting it here, the feedback.
Oh. Is that better?
Yes.
Is that better?
Okay.
I had a fan. Sorry.
Well, there's still a little feedback. Yeah, it's better. So yeah, there's nothing coming positive out of Hallis Hall today. I mean,
is this better?
No.
Worse?
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Is this any better? No.
You're fine. It's me. What would it be me?
I don't know.
I was fine when we were talking earlier.
Yeah, I have your mic settings. They look like they're good to go. Are you guys getting feedback in chat from her? I don't hear it.
Yeah, we don't even know if there's anybody in chat.
Turn your volume down on your computer.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's it, huh? Shit. Where is that here?
Should just be a volume button on your keyboard.
Oh yeah. This is a new one, so I gotta.
You've never used your keyboard on your volume button on your keyboard?
No. Hello? Better?
GCA said, okay, Robbie's saying now better. GCA saying you're echoing bad.
Oh, I am.
Let me see if that's something on my end.
Motherfucker. Oh, did you hear that? No. Hello? Better? Oh, I think it is.
How's this?
Hello?
Is that any better? Keep talking, Lynn.
Hello? I can't even hear you. Are you talking to me?
No, can you hear me now?
Barely.
How about this? Is this better?
No. Hang on, maybe it's me. It might be me because you told me to turn it down.
Oh, well, turn it.
Hello?
Are you
wearing? I can hear you now. Hello?
You usually wear earbuds, right?
No, I never have.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, this show is going great. My internet shits on me right before we're about to start, and now this one we've never.
And I can't even turn it down. I don't get it. I can turn you down, but I don't know how to turn me down.
Hold on. Okay, keep talking. Let me see if this is better for everyone in chat.
You know what, Bears fans? This is just the what's going on. Hallis Hall is just now on our show. Great.
Yeah.
Really? It's okay. Unless chat's bad.
Yeah. James Ford is saying Lynn is echoing. Robbie's saying, is there headphones?
I've never worn headphones. We've never had a problem before.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it could be in my realm. I'm not echoing, right?
No. It's me.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't know. Is it better?
No, it's not better. Tell her to turn her mic down.
I can't. It's not that. There is no mic thing.
Yeah, we've never had a problem with this before. What a joke.
God, maybe I'll have to get off because I don't want to drag the show down.
I don't even know how to correct it. Let me.
Are you talking? Hello?
I meant to mute you. Hold on. I'm muting her now. So are you guys getting an echo from me? No? Yes or no? Are you guys getting an echo from me? Okay. So Lynn, let's have you do this. Let's have you hop out, leave the studio, and jump back in and see if that fixes the problem. Boy, this feels like the Bears season. I was having internet issues on the post-game show. I was having internet issues today at work. Right before the show was about to begin, boom, I lose my internet. So I apologize for being late. Then we come back and we're having this shit show of a situation. Sorry, guys. How's this? Okay, keep talking, Lynn. Let's see if they get an echo.
Okay, so another week after that terrible loss. How does it sound, people?
Is that better?
I'm not even seeing chat.
No?
No. What is going on today?
Robbie's saying it's less of an echo.
Oh.
Now it's more.
Now it's more.
Oh, shit. Maybe if I leave, let me try leaving and I'll hop back.
Wait. Let me see here. Camera, audio. Let me see if I can do something here. Hang on a second.
Yeah, go to your settings.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Audio, and then turn your mic down. Or turn down your mic volume.
Automatic. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, click uncheck to automatically adjust.
Yeah, I did. Is it better?
Yeah, try that. Is that better?
Better. Hello?
Keep talking so they can judge how it sounds.
Hello. Bears suck.
No, now I'm hearing the echo.
Bears suck.
Now it sounds like you're echoing because you're saying it over and over again. Just say a sentence.
Oh, just say a sentence. I heard the Bears want to trade Fields.
Still the same. That sucks. Let me try leaving. Maybe it's me.
Okay. Well, you're stuck with me, guys. Oh my God, it must have been Dan. I'm not echoing anymore. But I'm not seeing chat, so I'll just chit chat myself. So let's talk about this before Dan gets back, right? So
better now?
I was not echoing. Oh, it's gone. See, it was you.
Cool. It was my fault. See, I knew it had to be something on my end because things have just been fucked up over here.
Yeah, and I'm very simple. Well, we know I'm simple, simple-minded, that is. But yeah, my setup here is just a microphone, a light, and a computer. That's it.
Yeah, and there's never been a problem. So I'm glad we got it figured out. Thank you guys in chat for helping us with that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's just the kind of week we're having with the Bears, right?
Yeah, and we don't have.
All right. Well, you know what?
We don't even have 3 more days to grieve this. We have to go into a game tomorrow.
I know it. So, all right. Well, let's get this shit started.
Oh, I wasn't even ready for that.
Bears country. Where is it? You down with BCP?
Yeah, you know me.
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 Down with BCP?
Yeah, you know me.
You down with BCP?
Yeah, you know me.
You down with BCP?
Yeah, you know me.
You down with BCP?
Locker room, I can tell you that.
That was the worst cold open I think I've ever had.
You know what? That was it's just been how it's been going with the Bears and everything. So it's just kind of trickled over onto our show, probably because of what we say about them. But well, I'm probably meaner than you are for sure. You know,
Well,
well,
I
you,
question a lot of things. I don't really I try not to give opinions. I try to just question
right.
things to make people think. And sometimes that pisses people off.
Well, I tell them what I think, and that pisses them off. I always say, my show, I'm gonna tell you what I think. You know what? There's just so many things. We could just talk about that alone, and we're not going to. But there's just so much wrong here, and the Bears are going in the wrong direction. Wrong direction. You know, the defense was worse than last year, in my opinion, for sure. I mean, all those signings that he did. Hello, you know, uh, uh, you know, I don't know. You know, I know Flus has got to go. I mean, he's got to go. He is just not what the Bears need. We know that. But, everyone's like, he's going to get fired after this game if we lose. Who are they going to put in his place?
I'm choosing to take the optimistic route here, Lynn.
Okay.
I know that. Listen, I think I'm doing this for my own sanity because if we get into 0-8 territory and worse, it's just going. I want to try to have my positivity right now, my optimism while I still can.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to start by saying the 11-6 is still possible,
Oh, good Lord.
and I want to follow up on that with a big win tomorrow night can
Mhm.
set the narrative, and if you can just you get that win right, it'll feel so good. They won't want to make another loss happen because they'll finally have tasted the win, minus the club dub.
I wish it were that easy, honey. I mean, there's nothing more than I'd love to see that happen. You know that, but 11-6, not possible at this point. It's just not. Now, like Mr. Mayhem, 9-8, maybe, but I just don't think that's going to happen either. They're just too screwed up right now. I mean, yeah. See, if they had gotten a win on Sunday, last Sunday, I would have been like, okay, yeah, you know, maybe we could do, a 500 year or something. 11-6 still was pushing it, but with that loss, it was just terrible. Now, you know, and they say their heads are in the game. I don't know how they can be, especially Fields. I mean, good Lord, that kid has got to have his head spinning. I kind of feel bad for him. I do. I really do because, he's trying. We know that, but he's got the fumbles. That's for sure.
To answer Evie here, um, is Tev active for tomorrow? They
Who?
have until Tevin Jenkins. They have until like 4 o'clock or something tomorrow for that answer. So we won't know until tomorrow.
He has been participating, but I thought it was still. I thought I read because the two guys are out. I just read that like a half hour ago. That
The injury report is
Eddie Jackson and
out.
the other dude. I can't think of his name.
Uh,
Help me.
Jaquan Brisker.
No, the other one that was out last week. Eddie Jackson and the other dude. Oh God, Lynn Gordon. No, he's
Gordon.
out. Gordon, yeah, they're out. They've listed them as out for the game tomorrow. They put Jenkins and Brisker as questionable.
Right.
So,
Brisker pulled a hamstring and
yeah,
walkthroughs.
I don't know at this point.
Weird.
If we don't have him too, we're really fucked because although Washington, their offense is ours. It's like ours. It's their defense that's really, really good. The Bears are going to be in a lot of trouble. They have 13 sacks already.
Yeah.
We've got two.
We've got to.
Two.
Oh man.
I know.
Lynn, our chat is blowing up here. Let's take a minute to say hi to everybody. Evie Bear
Yeah.
Down Davis, thanks for joining us. Ravi Come Up, Cliff Victoria, GCA, Destroyer 1320. Cheers to you. GCA, Leo Factor, Gary, Jerome Munoz. Thanks for joining us today, guys. It's
Yes.
James Ford. It's kind of crazy doing as many shows as I do a week.
You do a lot.
Monday with Dan, Tuesday on PSF with Lester Wiltfong. Wednesday with you, and then tomorrow we're actually going to be doing a pregame and then the game cast and the postgame press conference.
Jesus Christ.
And
See,
then I get 2 days off.
yeah, it's crazy.
3
I
days,
mean,
actually.
yeah, and I agree. Brisker is a hitter. I like Brisker a lot, but I liked our backfield last year. I don't know what happened. They played so well last year together, those rookies, and now we're not. I don't see what's going on.
Mhm.
It's just the defense is horrible. I mean, bad. And that's why they called that 4th and 1, which was stupid. I still to this day say they should have kicked the field goal, but whatever. But that's why they did it, because Flus knows his defense can't stop nobody.
Right. I mean, Khalil Mack has 3 times as many sacks as our entire team.
6 in one
One
game on
game.
Sunday. Yeah. Did you see Daniel Jones on Monday night? God, we thought it was bad. He got sacked 11 times. Oh, that poor guy didn't
Wow.
even have a chance.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, our
insane.
line is coming around. That wasn't the issue on Sunday, that's for sure. It was, defense, coaching, penalties, and Fields.
Joe Treviso, great to see you again. It's not easy being a Bears fan.
No.
Shit.
No shit is right. It is not. It's, my one friend said to me, I've known her forever, over 50 years. And she's like, I don't get why you get so upset. I'm like, well, she's not a sports person. I mean, she doesn't follow teams. I said, if you follow the team, you'd know what I mean. You got to be into it. I go, and Bears fans are very passionate. And, so that game was just, I can't believe I did this, but I'm going to say, okay. I had my Walter jersey on, and after that game, because I went through my closet, which one? I have 7 or 8 of them, something like that. And Walter will be the one today. Put it on. After that game, I took it off, I crumpled it up, and I threw it on the floor. I know.
Dare you?
2 minutes later, I went, oh my God, that's Walter Payton. And I picked it up and I shook it up, and then I looked up, I said, and Walter Son said, don't worry, I get it.
Oh, now Destroyer's saying your mic is really quiet. Did you go back to your mic settings and just put it back to automatically adjust?
Me?
Yeah, go back to the settings and then go back to audio
No one's ever told me I was quiet.
and then go automatically.
Audio. Okay, yep. How's that? Better?
Yeah, that should be better.
Am I getting the echo? No, I'm not. Okay. All right. So we're back to normal. So yeah, no one's ever accused me of being quiet. That's for sure.
I wanted to go to this chat here from Torian. Torian, thank you, by the way. I missed you with saying hello to everybody, and thanks for joining us, Torian. Great to see you. Our team last year was disciplined compared to this year. 10 penalties for 91 yards. I'm just going to put myself on mic and give you the stage.
Well, penalties. Yeah. Dan knows how I feel about penalties, and you are completely right with that. They were very disciplined last year. We were 3rd in the league, 3rd best in the league with least penalties, and now we're at the bottom. 10 penalties? Do you know on that drive where they went 4th and 1, that drive, they had 3 penalties on offense. 3. What the fuck? You cannot do it. Bears are not good enough. Every time in that game, and you all know I'm right about this, you see a big play, and then you look, where's the yellow? Because it was out there all afternoon.
Right.
And that is lack of discipline by the players, but it's also on the coaches. They're not preaching it. I don't care what Flus says, his hit policy. You know what I think about hits? That's what I think about his hits policy, okay? Shit. And, and I'm sorry. And if he says it's a process one more time, that's it.
Shits principle?
No, when he says everything's a process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get on a plane. I'm flying to Illinois, and I'm going to be knocking on his door. Flus, get out here, you asshole.
Oh man!
And he is a fraud.
When you're talking to him, make sure that you let him know, hey, you need to hire a fucking defensive coordinator, dude.
No kidding. That's it. And that's why everyone, are they going to fire him, this and that? Well, they can't do that. Although I was saying on my show today, hey, maybe they should just get rid of them all And this year, and what the hell, we're going in the wrong direction anyways. So a big shakeup may not be bad. The rumors are that they would trade Fields to Atlanta. That's what I'm hearing. But somebody suggested to me they should trade to New England because they don't like Max Jones, and you could get a second round pick for him. You're not going to get a first round, not now. Forget it. And maybe you know what? Maybe that's what he needs to give this poor kid a chance to be good somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because obviously, I don't know. I'm so torn because it was great that we scored all those touchdowns and he had 300 yards. But I was so mad on Monday, I didn't want to even talk about those 300 yards because at the end of the day, you didn't get a W. And this is a team sport. It's not about individual stats. It's about a W.
Mhm.
And when it really counts about, this is the thing that worries me about Fields, is when it's really down there. And I know he was left alone on that play. He turns around, boom, there are guys there, but you got to hang on to the ball, Fields. I mean, come on. And he gets that fumble, game tied. I knew it was over. I knew it. I said, this is it. I knew it. And then when we had that little chance at the end of the game where we could at least come back and tie it up, he throws an interception. So when he's under pressure, he makes these costly mistakes.
Mhm.
And there's always an excuse. I didn't know this. I didn't see that. We know, okay? I don't want to hear his excuse. We get it. So I don't know. It's tough.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. The hits
Yeah.
principle, shit.
Oh.
Everyone laughed at. You brought that to Chicago. You think the Bears fans really wanted to hear about hits principles when we've been suffering through this constant narrative of bullshit?
Well, and
Coach
the other
in, coach
thing,
out.
he doesn't get it. We don't have turnovers. That's the other thing about our team. Do you remember in the good old days, which wasn't that long ago, even when we weren't winning, but even with that other coach, we had turnovers. We had turnovers, right?
Mhm.
Right. And we need them. You know what? It's just, a turnover changes the whole momentum of the game. The team is fired up, everything. But we just don't get them. And you don't even see the guys trying. I just don't. I don't think they preach it. I really don't. I don't know what the hell they preach, to be honest with you.
It seems like there's just a lot of they were out of place a lot in the second half there.
Yeah. And Cliff says it was on command. Well, you know what? Was it? We don't know. You know what? I don't know. Was it not? Maybe. Um, it happened though. Of course, that did not. That you know what? At that point, the game was already, I thought, lost. It was the fumble that really changed everything about that game. We all know it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and it does suck because I was really mean to Fields on Monday. I know it, and I kind of feel a little bad about it, but only a little. But I just I don't know what to say. What is he saying? 11-6, but I'm saying is Shorty. You're right.
Well, hold on, just because there are people that listen to this in audio stream. So just to read it, James Ford is saying, "I'm not saying they can go 11-6, but what I am saying, Shorty, is you're right. A win can start a new streak. It can.
It can. It certainly can. That's why I really wanted Sunday. Because
Yeah.
I thought if we would have won Sunday, I felt good that I felt kind of confident we could have gone into Washington and had 2 wins in a row and then had a mini bye and then come out feeling pretty damn good about yourself. That's what the Bears need. And then, then you play a team who is also having problems, Minnesota, because that's the thing I can't wait to see when we play Minnesota because he's been throwing interceptions all over the place. And of course, when he faced the Bears, that won't happen. We know that, but I felt good about it going into that game. That we win Sunday. I think we had a good chance on Thursday just because of the momentum, but it didn't happen. And so now we're back to them not knowing how to finish. They cannot finish. The game was great for 3 quarters. We all know it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth quarter happens, and I'm like, God dang it. Let's just get that time. When is that fat lady going to sing? And it's
Once
like,
they started with those drives, you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. When they got to 20-21, I was like, we're going to lose this game.
I know.
And the Justin Fields interception, I'm not putting that on Justin Fields at all. Like that that play looked like Komet was supposed to turn to the outside, but
Okay.
he ended up like stopping and turning and kind of turned to the inside by the time the ball was already in the
Too
air.
late. Yeah, too late. Too late.
So, I mean, the
Well,
kid was just trying to make a play.
but it wouldn't have, honestly, even if he caught it, I don't think it would have made any difference. Do you really? I don't. It was already, all the momentum was on Denver's side.
If he
And
would
to
have caught
me,
it, that would have been a first down, wouldn't it?
yeah, I think it. Oh, yeah, if there wasn't a penalty, but
Right.
they were shooting themselves in the foot. They do not know how to finish a game. That's another big problem, and that's on the coaches as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's coaching. And I saw one guy wrote, for people who are just reading, or however you said there, that we should never have let Fangio go.
Oh no,
I,
definitely not.
I agree with him totally. I don't care what you're changing, who's coming in. Don't let him go. Nobody really wanted him as a head coach, but God, it might not have been as bad as it is now. At least the defense would have been a defense, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just reading the text here, the
Yeah,
chat
I
here.
see that.
Reverse that, Dan. Komet was supposed to cut in and back. He pushed off and went out. No, Komet he looked like he curled in, and the ball was already going to the outside at that point. Maybe he was supposed to curl in and then out.
Maybe.
Holy shit, we got a $10 super chat from Destroyer here.
What
Destroyer,
is the super chat stuff?
it's where you can just donate money to the channel just through a button that's on there in the chat, and you can donate whatever amount you would like. And so thank you very much.
Well, where does the money go?
It goes into the YouTube account.
Whose YouTube account?
Yours.
No, yours. Let's get this straight, people.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it goes
I
into
haven't seen no money, so I'm just saying, cha-ching, shorty.
Now I owe her $5.
I'm kidding. I don't.
I know.
I don't care about that. I don't do this for anything other than.
I know
fun.
you're fucking with me. Destroyer
fucking
saying
with you.
he's paying $10 for this, so let's let him talk. Beers and Brown Bags Fund. Maybe soap to wash away this season. Thanks for your hard work. I mean, honestly, thank you for that, Destroyer.
And thanks for watching. Right? I mean, this is my worry. Is the worse it gets, no one's going to be watching our shows anymore, because who's going to want to hear about the Bears? I mean, last year we all said okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we were buying in, we drank the Kool-Aid, and we thought this year we weren't expecting. I wasn't expecting 11-6, people. Okay, I would have been happy with 500, but it didn't happen. It's not happening. I mean, there's just, I don't know. They're just so dysfunctional.
I know. Lynn, you want
Yeah.
to? We have Chris Watts that's been waiting.
Yes, we
for
do.
that.
And you got to tell the story, or one of us has got to tell the story.
Well, I think you need to lead off with the story because it's
Okay.
this is your idea.
Should I do it first, or should we wait till he comes on?
Well, bring him on.
All right.
What's up, British Bear?
Chris.
I'm doing awesome, mate. Yeah. Love the opening to the show. It were epic.
Chris. Okay.
So we
Sorry.
wanted to bring Chris on because he's flying in next Thursday. I set up a GoFundMe for him to raise money to bring Chris to Chicago to see his first Bears game. And we raised about $1,200. And
so cool.
I want to thank everyone in chat. Torian, you were a big contributor to that. Cliff contributed to that. Everyone who had Squeegee was a big, yes, Lynn, you contributed to it. Everyone who in chat who has contributed to that GoFundMe, thank you so much. We were able to raise enough to get him here for a game. And in fact, he's going to 2 games. He's going to the Vikings and the Raiders game. And so he's flying in next Thursday at 7:30. I'm picking him up, and he's going to spend the week with me and my family, and we're going to have a great time. And then Lynn had a great idea, and I'm going to let you take it from here, Lynn.
Okay, so we all know. First of all, I want to say Bears fans rock. Bears fans chipped in to bring Chris to America, to Soldier Field. It is freaking awesome. You know, in this times where people are being, and there's a lot of assholes out there. This is so cool. When Dan said, I didn't think he was going to raise the money, to be honest with you, when I heard about this. And I said, okay, I'll give. And, but wow, it's just so cool. It warms my heart. Okay, so Dan, says it's going to happen, blah blah. So I'm like, well, we've got to let people know. So I wrote the Bears, haven't heard back from them, shock, and several TV stations. I wrote up this letter and I sent it to them, and we heard back from Channel 32 Fox, WFLD, I think it's called.
Yep.
And it's been a while since I've been back home. And they're like, we do a super fan show on Fridays. Would Chris and Dan like to be? Well, first they said Chris. Would Chris like to be on it? And so they sent me a few clips of other shows, and I watched them. I'm like, my story's way better than theirs. That's super fan. Chris is coming from England, So I'm like, oh yeah. And so we're like, yeah. And I did say to the woman, I just have one request. Dan has to be on the show too, because it was his idea to start that GoFundMe page, and he promoted it. So they said, of course. So Dan and Chris, Friday the 13th, next week, the morning show, whatever, you know how they do morning shows locally in all the areas in Chicago. I think it must be from 7 to 10 or something like that, because I think they're on between, I know you have to be there at 8:30, and then it's going to be on 9 o'clock.
9:10. The segment starts at 9:10 a.m. Central Time on Fox News, Chicago.
The show, whatever it's called, the show. You people know. I don't know what it's called, but I got to find out because I want to tell all my family and friends in Illinois to watch. So Dan and Chris, not only is Chris going to a Bears game and coming in America, he's going to be on TV. Is that so cool? And let's face it, the Bears could use good publicity. So these two are going to rock it. They better. If they
don't worry about that. Don't you worry about
that. And I'm not done. I'm still got a little something up my sleeve with the Bears. I don't want to say yet, because if it doesn't happen, that's not to know. But Dan knows. Him and I talked about it. And so maybe the next show will have an even cooler story. You never know. So you know what? But it is cool. So there you go.
Thank
Chris
you, Lynn.
is
like
the man.
That is all. That was so amazing of you, Lynn. Like, what a wonderful person you are. To take your time out to come up with the idea and take the time out of your life to do that, to make this happen, is absolutely astounding. So cheers to you.
Oh,
thank you so much. You are just wonderful.
Well, I love you, Dan. And I just think it's so cool that Chris has been a fan since the 80s and he lives in England. I mean, how cool is that?
Chris, it's your time to talk. Tell us how do you feel about all this?
I just want to, obviously the first thing I want to say is it's just thank you, Lynn. Any time somebody spends time doing something for me, it completely blows my mind, and I really appreciate it, man. And it's just always nice to think that people are thinking about you, and it's just going to be a really, really cool experience, and to do it with Dad as well, because like when Dad first messaged me, one of the first things he said, well, you've got to come on the show with me, because I thought, because you're, Dan's as much a part of the story as I am. So that obviously that's going to work out. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the experience, man. It's just going to be really exciting, and then we're going to spend the day in the city. So it's just going to be an awesome day, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sort of overwhelmed by going on TV or anything like that. Like Dan said, he was going to make me a star. The first show I did with him. So he's got me on TV. So his word is a man to his word. But yeah, just thanks, Lynn. It's just such a nice gesture, and it's like I said to earlier on. I said, if we're in Chicago, I know that all I have to do is say that I know Lynn Hayden, and I know that that'll sort things out. You must have a bit of power in Chicago still. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Lynn. It's just awesome.
It's uh, we both talked about this, privately, and said, in fact, you said it when I was thinking it. You said, I feel like this is just going to be a life-changing event. And I was thinking to myself, I feel like this is going to be a life-changing event for Chris. And then you said it, and I was like, yeah.
Mhm.
And here we are.
Definitely.
Here
And
we're going into.
You know what? You guys could be
Yeah, but-
stars. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but Dad, I'm just thinking that this could be a life-changing event for you, but not in a good way.
Well, the house we're staying in has plenty of bathrooms. It's got plenty of space. It's got plenty of, good people to hang out with and have
Is
fun
he
with.
staying at your house, your mom's house?
We're staying at my aunt's house, and she
where
has
does she live?
she lives in Woodstock.
Oh, okay.
She's on about 8 acres, and she's got a really nice big house, lots of room, lots of space, and
Nice.
we're gonna have a blast. We have literally a go-kart that we can drive around, and a golf
Oh.
cart that we can drive around the property, and
Oh man.
we're gonna have a lot of fun. We'll have
I
bonfires.
wasn't invited.
You still have time. You can get your ass up there. You can come. We could probably still get you a ticket.
Come on, Lynn.
No, the Bears should get me a frickin' ticket.
No shit, they should.
I know. I've been a fan for 48 years. Have I told you guys that lately?
All right, you see where we're going with this, Chris? We owe her. We're gonna have to do something special for her.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, but
No,
you
you
know
don't.
what? I think we might be using this this is like a bit like Lynn's mafia connections. Now we owe Lynn a favour, so we're forever now. It's like a life debt.
Remember that thing I did for you, Dan? Chris?
Now it's time for you to do a favour for me.
That's right. Cliff Victoria is coming up for the Raiders game, Chris. So you're going to meet Cliff as well.
Yep.
We're going to tailgate with him.
Nice.
That's
Well-
gonna be awesome. Awesome.
Well, Cliff wrote on here that I was wrong, that Chris is not a fan since the 80s. He's been a fan since they were the Staleys. The Bears Staleys. Chicago Staleys. That's how long Chris has been a fan.
No, I think he was talking about Foster.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Chris.
Foster has been a fan since the Bears were the Staleys.
Oh, there.
Wait,
See, I'm only reading some of this stuff.
Lynn, I turned 50 last week, and you say that to me. For God's sake, woman.
Well, God, what were you, 2 when you were watching the Bears? My goodness.
12.
No, I was 12 years old when I first watched the Bears. 85.
What can I ask you a question, Chris? So, what made you start to watch the Chicago Bears in England?
Oh, this is a good one. Tell the story.
Well, basically what happened is it was the day of the Chicago Bears Super Bowl. And I went round to my best friend's house called Paul, and he bought a rugby ball, but painted like the college stripes on, so it looked like an American football. And I said to him, "Oh, what have you done to your rugby ball?" And he went, "Oh, I made it look like an American football." So he threw it to me, and I caught it. So I've always been good at sport. So I threw it back to him, and I thought, "Oh man, I like that. That feels good." I then watched the Super Bowl. Didn't have a clue what was going on. And then about a month after the Super Bowl, this magazine came out. It was like a weekly magazine, and it went through like all the NFL teams. And the first one were all about the Chicago Bears. And it was just like, it wasn't just because they won the Super Bowl. So everybody goes, "Oh, you were just a bit of a glory hunter." But it was more to do with like the characters of the team, like like Victor and Jim McMahon and Sweetness and the Fridge, and and also the cat, and it was just they were just sort of larger than life. I mean, they were just everywhere. The 85 Bears, and then they played at Wembley Stadium in London in 1986, a pre-season game against the Dallas Cowboys, and that was like the second game I ever watched. And then basically they were a TV, well, there's a TV channel called Channel 4 in the UK, and they used to show like an hour highlight program of the game from the week before.
Okay.
So that's the only thing we actually had. This little like 1 hour highlight, and then eventually we got the playoffs, and but we always had the Super Bowl on. So that's all we had, and from then, loads of people started playing American football. There were like teams everywhere, and I started playing for a team in Leeds called the Leeds Cougars, and yeah, it was like I was obsessed with it for all the way through my teens, and then I actually didn't watch him for years. I didn't watch American football for years, and then for some reason I got back, started watching it about 15, 16 years ago, and it felt like a part of me was just reborn. You know, it just brought back all the good memories when I used to play, when I used to watch the Bears in the 80s, when they were like successful and all that sort of thing. And we used to wear the NFL like merchandise. We had like this NFL shopping centre Leeds, and we used to buy like all the sweatshirts, and it became like a bit like a fashion thing. And I had this video cassette of the story of the 1985 Chicago Bears, and I used to just watch it and watch it and watch it. It used to drive my dad crazy because he just didn't understand it at all. He didn't understand the game at all. So yeah, that baseball I got into it really. Like, and I went to they used to have some pre-season games through the late 80s at Wembley Stadium, and I got to see like Miami Dolphins against 49ers. I saw Joe Montana and Dan Marino, even though they only played about one drive each. I went to about 3 or 4 of them, and yeah, it was massive. Like the actual domestic English game, got quite big in like the mid to late 80s because Budweiser and Coca-Cola got involved. So there like quite a lot of money in the game, and a lot of the top teams, like the club I played for, they had like Americans playing for them. So they'd have like an American linebacker, quarterback, and a wide receiver. Just so it up the skill level really. I mean, the club I play for, the senior team, I was playing for the under 19s at the time. They used to get about 2,000 people watching them, and these are just guys who've got normal jobs, are just trained like twice a week. Because, a lot of it as well. I know I'm going on a bit, but a lot of it as well were just like American culture in the 80s was such a big thing over here. Like like all the films and like the TV programs, like the A-Team. And so we used to love anything American when I was growing up, and like BMXing and all that sort of thing. So it was really cool to get back into it. And I actually coached for about 2 or 3 years. About 10 years ago, I used to coach running backs and coached at like the highest division in the British League. So I got back into that, but it just wasn't the same as playing. It was all, once the game started, it just wasn't the same. I didn't get the same sort of thrill as I used to do when I was playing. So yeah, it's brought me a lot of good things to American football, especially when I was younger. And then obviously doing the podcast and meeting everybody, meeting Dan and himself, and then it all seems to be leading to the Chicago trip. So yeah, it's that's basically my Chicago Bears story, really.
Chris, when you're being interviewed by Fox News, can you try to talk a little less English and a little more English?
Yeah.
I was really concentrated as well. I really thought I sounded quite clear.
I'm just fucking with you.
I haven't really spoken.
I'm fucking with you.
I haven't really spoken to anybody for about 3 or 4 days. So it takes my voice a while to get warmed up.
That was
that's my.
That was all on me. I had it. I had the joke in my head as you were talking, so I just wanted to say, can you talk a little less
Dan,
and a little more English?
Dan,
it's just a funny joke.
Dan, fuck you, man.
Well, but the thing is, they're going to have better
it's going to be when I come to Chicago. Is this what it's going to be like? You're going to be like a wife who's in a bad mood all week.
Only if you like to laugh. My wife's not coming now.
Yeah, Miss Kitty isn't coming either. Yeah. I see how the women were
Yeah.
left out. Okay.
No, she was coming, but our dog. It's a
Oh,
long
that's
story. Our dog had a
right.
scratched eye, and she has to see a specialist again for a checkup. And my wife is very on top of this because she doesn't want her eye fucked up for the rest of her life. So we're and she's going to be 12 this month. So
Yeah, you got to
um,
take care of the pets.
yeah, so she's going
Definitely.
back to Florida to take her to the specialist for a checkup, and so it'll just be it kind of happened that way
Avoid.
because I got the tickets to the Raiders game through Cliff, so it was like we were supposed to leave that day, and so she was like, I just go to the game, and because I have to go take the dog anyway, so it's fine, but it's going to be a guy's week, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes. But Chris, when you're on TV, you're only going to probably get 3 minutes, so you might have to shorten the story a little bit. You got to give them highlights.
Yeah. I'll just mention the 85. Like that's how I got into, but I won't go into all the like it did, like biblical, wasn't it? Really, we're getting a little bit. Oh, you know what? Dan. I'm a lazy man. I nearly had to stop halfway through that, so we're getting a bit too much like a big effort.
Now the chat thinks I really couldn't. Well, Walter's saying I could understand everything you said, Chris. Don't listen to Dan. I could.
Yeah, he's saying don't listen to Dan.
After being a friend of yours for over a year now, I can understand everything you're saying. I was literally just fuck with you. The joke came to my head. Oh, talk a little bit less English and a little bit more English. That's all.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, Dan, that's the thing. That's my prime worry about the TV thing. Is they're just going to ask me a question, I'll answer it, and they'll be going, what the fuck is this moron on about? Well, we can't understand his accent. What's going on? Where's he from? Australia.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it the whole time after I pick you up. Because after I pick you up, we're going to go.
Yes, we're going to have to rehearse.
We're going to go to Billy Goat's, and because Billy Goat's is open late. Everything else kind of closes around 10. And I don't know when you're going to get out of Customs. So we're going to go to Billy Goat's. Cheeseburger. That's where the curse came from for the Cubs. From that place, is a historic place. So we're going there for cheeseburgers, Coke, no Pepsi. Yep. And then we're gonna just go back and go to sleep so we can get up early and be at the studio at 8 o'clock in the morning. It'll be walking distance. By the way, thank you to Aldo from Barroom Network and his lovely wife Donna. They got us because Donna works in the hotel industry. She's an executive. They got us tickets to a hotel within walking distance, Chris, for free.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's like saying cheers, Aldo. I keep saying thank you a lot. You know what I mean? People are just being so generous and amazing, like, with the GoFundMe, with the money, but also with the time, which is more important than any money. So thank you, Aldo and Donna. It's humbling and much appreciated.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for your help with that, Aldo. Just making this experience all that much better.
Yeah, cool.
Everyone.
But you guys are gonna have no problem because remember, their microphones are definitely a lot better than the microphones the three of us are using. So they're gonna be clear. Don't worry, Chris. You'll be fine. I can't wait to see it.
You'll be mentioned anyway. You'll be definitely mentioned.
Oh, thank you. I better. I'm just kidding. I am kidding.
Hey, Lynn, I don't want to cross you. You got too much power.
Chris, Leo Factor is saying, don't go to jail in Chicago. Cook County Jail is the worst county in the worst jail in the county.
I don't intend to at all.
No jail.
Yeah, no jail time. No, Dan. Don't you even think about it.
No, so we're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna pick you up from the airport. We're gonna go to Jesus, cheeseburger.
Oh, Billy
Goat's. We're gonna go to Billy Goat's for some cheeseburgers. Oh wait, that's even better. So we're doing a show that night. So we're gonna Walt, Foster, and PJ are gonna be doing the show. They're gonna send us links. So when you get off the plane and you're through customs and you're going out to where you're going to be picked up, we're going to be talking. I'm going to have you stop, log on to the link to the show, and then as you're like walking out the door, I'm going to be on the show too, and you're going to be like walking towards me while we're live on the show, while I'm picking you up.
Yeah,
And then we're
yeah,
gonna
but
be in the car.
Sorry, will I have like internet? Because obviously, I mean, I've got internet on my phone, but I'm just wondering if it would, if I have to do something because I'm in America.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
What did he say?
Because his phone, he doesn't know if he'll have a connection strong enough to do that in America because he's using his phone as a different phone
That's,
from a different
that's
country.
a good point.
If not, either way, you'll just be
Well, you
recording it on your phone, and I'll be sitting out there live with you.
Right.
And you'll get in the truck, and we'll be on the show together, driving an hour and 20 minutes back to Woodstock,
Oh yeah.
hanging out with Foster and PJ and Walt.
What
No, we'll be
airport is
going-
he? O'Hare?
No, we'll be going to the hotel, won't we? Because we're staying in the
Oh,
hotel
sorry,
aren't we, on
right.
the
Yeah,
first night.
yeah, right. That's that. Duh. Now, so now we're going to be going to the hotel in Chicago. So we'll
I know.
finish
I was
up
wondering why you said an hour and a half. I'm like,
because my entire thought was about that.
flying into. I
It
know.
just changed a day ago. So yeah, so I'm going to pick you up. We're going to be live on the show. Then we're going to go to the hotel, and then I thought maybe we can pop back in while we're at Billy Goat's. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
definitely.
Maybe talk to them, make sure it's okay, if that we can show the place or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. At the very least, we can just be in the corner eating a burger while we're hanging out. And then we're gonna go to the hotel, get up in the morning, and go to the Fox News studio. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be famous. I'm telling you.
It's like rock and roll, mate. It's just rock and roll, isn't it? Bam, I'm in Chicago, getting filming, bang, next day on TV. That's just a day in the life of Chris Watts, Stan.
I guess so.
And Lynn has some more surprises she's trying to work on. So what
Well, yeah, we'll see.
more about that if it happens.
think-
But
Yes.
But yeah, it's just gonna be awesome. It's just gonna be awesome, man. And yeah, can't put more words to it. Really, it's just I just can't believe how quickly it's come to as well. That's the thing. Over the last sort of 2 months is a Zoom pass, and then now it's like a week tomorrow, and I can't wait, man. And you know what? The Bears are going to win as well when I see them. They're going to beat the Vikings and the Raiders. I'm going to do a Joe Namath promise. I'm going to do a Joe Namath.
okay, we're
Well,
holding
then
you.
we're never letting you go back if they win when you're here. I'm just telling you. Tell your family you're not coming back.
What I might do is I might kidnap the mascot, and then I can wear the mascot costume all the time, and they'll never find me.
He could be the new mascot. Hey man, if they win, they will welcome you. I mean,
Set you up in a suite till
that's
they
how bad it is
lose.
at Hellas Hall. They'd be like, "Chris, come on down."
We're gonna put you up in the Hilton, right across the street, and you'll go to every game until we lose, and then we'll send you home. You'll be our
That'd
winning
be
streak.
cool.
The lucky rabbit's foot.
I gotta say,
That'll be it.
well, I gotta say, this has been better than talking about that Sunday game. So,
I
I was
100%
like,
agree.
I was a little worried because I was so worked up on Monday, and I thought, oh God, I don't want to get all worked up again. I mean, because I could barely do my show today. If you watch it, Dan, it's the shortest show I've ever done, and I was just like, I wasn't into it. I was like, I got to do another damn show.
I know. I felt that 3 times already this
I know how
week.
you feel.
Yeah, well, but it's okay. You know what?
Sorry, Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, we all love the Bears, right? Sorry, me bad. I talk too much.
No, not at all. No, not at all. I think there's
I thought
like
you
a
were going to say
slight delay
something.
on my end, so I completely forgot what
wasn't.
I'm going to say.
I was going to say something, but of course, this pickled brain went right out of my head, which is very common. I mean, I couldn't even remember Roquan Smith's name on the show today. I was like, you know, that guy we traded to Baltimore? Can you believe I couldn't even remember his damn name? I get off the show, I'm like, Roquan Smith. I mean, that's what happens when you get 65 and your brain is pickled. You know, it's just like, of course, if I stop doing this, I could probably have a better memory. But man, after that game on Sunday, first thing I did, popped open a beer and lit a bowl.
Lynn, 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 I want to show how we're going to talk to you today after that Walter Payton shirt story you told me when you took the Walter Payton shirt off and you threw it on the floor. And I kept going, that's blasphemy, Lynn. What are you doing? But
I
it was that
couldn't believe
bad.
I
You're
did it.
forgiven. It wasn't such a bad.
No, you're right, Chris. I told my son, he goes, what? You threw Walter Payton on the floor? And I said, I know. That's how upset I was. And then I realized it a minute later. I'm like, what am I doing? It's Walter. but all good because Walter let me know he's cool. He gets it.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It was cool.
Unlike Getsy, who don't get it. But boom.
Eric has a compliment for you here, Lynn. 65, you don't look a day over 29.
Oh. Eric, somebody raised you properly. I will tell you that. Oh, man. See, I'm blushing. Oh, I do if you saw me in person. I've got a lot of gray hair under here. That's okay. Gray is the new blonde. All right, whatever.
Well, guys, let's get ready to wrap this up because we have to do a little post game after this just to get some stuff ironed out with Chris, and I still have to try to finish mowing my lawn if I can. So, what the hell was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, this.
I think I got an email it on my tablet. Sorry.
Okay, Chris, what are your expectations for tomorrow?
I think we're going to lose. I think I just with their pass rush and their defensive line against our. Is Jenkins playing tomorrow?
We'll find out tomorrow.
I don't.
I would not guess so.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a bit of me going, well, their offense is brilliant, but then most of our defensive backs are injured. We're in a scheme that doesn't work. We're basically with a club like what's in complete chaos. I mean, if you're a player and then you got like Eberfluss or any of the other coaches talking to you, I don't think now you could take him serious about anything they say because the situation of the club is such a farce. I mean, I was getting really pissed off on Sunday after the game, and now I've just got to the point where I just got to laugh about it and not, and just sort of, try not to sort of overthink about things. But I mean, and the thing as well, what really, really upsets me is like, even if we lose tomorrow, they're not going to sack Eberfluss until the end of the season. And that I think that is such a slap in the face of the fans. But we're only what's the 5th game they're playing this season tomorrow, and we've already got that means we've given up on the season already when there's 12 games left. So we as fans are just supposed to accept that we've got 3/4 of the season where they're not trying to get any better. We've just got to accept it because the Bears traditionally don't sack a coach halfway through a season. And that's really sort of irritating me, you know what I mean? Because they should be putting the best products on the pitch possible. It's like the last game of the season last year when they played the Vikings of Detroit. And they ended up putting a guy in at quarterback who had signed to the club about 3 days beforehand. And you've got people who've paid money to go and see that game. And we all know it's not cheap to go and see an NFL game. And that really sort of bugs me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if that's I mean, when I talk about the ownership, I imagine they're really nice people, and I always when I talk about it, it's more like the professional part of it, not them as people or their personality, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Because I don't know them, so I don't like to talk about people I don't know. But it's just, yeah, and it's. I mean, I know like you really want Jim Albert to come back, come back as a coach, which I really like that idea, but we always seem to just single it down to like one choice. There's got to be other people who would merit being the Chicago Bears head coach. But I just find that the owners are just used to mediocrity, and they seem to be quite happy about that. Middle of the road. And as fans, when now we're basically we're being told now that this is a lost season, so you got 3/4 of the season where basically there's no hope for improvement or there's going to be a change, even if it's just somebody temporary where it's just a different voice to the players. Because if I were a player, I know like a lot of players have played below what they should be playing the standard. But if I were a player, like I said, I just wouldn't able to take any of the coaching serious, especially if I was an offense with some of the scheme they've played this year. And it's just and the head coach has completely lost any credibility now. I want to say that. I mean, I imagine he comes out as a generally nice person, but professionally, we're in like historical losing streaks here. In the NFL, this is the Chicago Bears, man, and it should be better. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And we deserve better as fans. And it's so
Yes.
like it's just like the cycle keeps going round, and I don't know what the answer is. Unfortunately, that's a sad thing. I don't know what that one answer is. I think there's a multitude of answers, but I don't know. I don't know which is. I couldn't tell you what would change it all, really. And it's
So
just
you
that's the
predict
thing
a
what
loss.
irritates me.
So you have a loss for
Yeah,
tomorrow night?
the loss.
Okay. Auntie Lynn,
That
what's
was a
what's your
long-winded way of saying that.
What
That
did
was
you
a
just call
long-winded
me?
way of saying a loss.
what'd you just call me, Auntie Lynn?
I was like, did he just call me Auntie Lynn? Um, well, Chris, first of all, to say you're right. This is the Chicago Bears. But the one thing is, we're not giving up the fans just because, like, I, went crazy on Monday and I'm not happy with them. We don't give up, as you can see. But the thing is, the fans are pissed. We've gone through a lot of dark days. We're loyal as shit. They fill the stadium, and that's not cheap, to go to a game. I buy the NFL package to see my Bears every week. Dan does the same. So, yeah, it sounds like
I
we're
do
giving up.
too.
I'll never give up on them. Don't get me wrong. And you too, right? So, you know what? I think we have the right to do what we're doing because we are so loyal and we're there all the time. Although I don't like when they boo in the stadium. I think
I
that
do.
doesn't help the players psychologically. I don't think you should do that. You paid the price, so I guess you have the right. Even I went to the Bears games in the 70s and early 80s before they got good, and I didn't even boo. Okay, and we had a right back then. I
Yeah,
mean, Bob Avellini, for Christ's sake. All right, so but that's why the fans are the way we are. We're just, we're very vocal, but we're very loyal. That's the one thing. And but you're right, it is the Chicago Bears, and that's what really gets my goat, Chris, is that it's embarrassing. This is not the organization that we all know and love. They're embarrassing. We're lower than Cleveland right now. And that team is pretty low because look who they signed as their quarterback, okay? I'm not even going to get into that, but it's embarrassing. So, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah?
I can hear you finally.
Okay. I think we lost Dan. But I think the Bears the problem tomorrow though is they have a very average offense like us, but their defense is very good. They have 13 sacks. And the quarterbacks are both equal. I did their stats this morning. They're both very equal, although their quarterback's been sacked 24 times. So their line ain't that good
Wow.
either. I know. So I'm like,
But
the Bears actually get a
again,
yeah.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say though. Then again, we can't get anybody to sack anybody.
I
probably just
know.
cancel each other out.
I know. So maybe we'll actually get some tomorrow. I think we could win this game if Justin doesn't have any errors and they play a penalty-free game. They cannot have 10 penalties again. Cannot do it. And it would really, really help if they got at least one turnover. Because that changes the whole momentum of the game, a turnover, right? Yeah. And that's something else we don't do anymore. And we used to be so good at that. And we lost Dan.
You just saw how the turnovers affected the game last week. You know, with that fumble and then the interception by Fields, and how quickly that changed. How Denver started playing, and but then again, though, they did go overly conservative with the play calling. But I don't know, man. I just think they're just on a downward spiral. But hello, Dan.
Yeah, he's back.
My internet is a piece of shit, or the hub that I'm using to connect it, Ethernet, is a piece of shit. So let's just wrap this up so I don't leave you guys sitting here talking.
I was wondering, I'm like, is he just gonna, well, we both gave what we thought about tomorrow's game. So, and we know it doesn't really matter what you think. So, and Eric, you bet I'll preach it.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I want to thank all you guys in chat for joining us. Ron Renarski, nice to see you again. Hector Zambrano, great to see you. Eric.
Even though we didn't really talk football, but that's okay.
I want to thank Destroyer 1320 for your $10 super chat. You are awesome. Everyone in chat, I don't want to lose my connection again. I have to figure out what's going on here. But I want to thank all you guys for joining us tonight. This has been a fun show. Like you said, Lynn, we didn't talk much football because, we talked 30 minutes of football, but it's exciting to have Chris coming into town. So we wanted to have him on because he's here next week. So.
And it's cool that we got to talk to Chris. It's a good field story. We needed something good today.
Yeah.
To feel good going in, and Chris is giving it to us. So thank you, man. I mean, we all need it. So
I'm just going to end it with my prediction is 24-10 Bears loss to the Commanders tomorrow night.
Oh my God. You're only giving us, we are playing a tough defense. Their offense isn't great, but their defense is. Yeah. I told these guys 24 sacks they have, or 13. I'm sorry. The quarterback's been sacked 24 times. So Chris and I were joking. We're like, hey, maybe we'll actually get a sack tomorrow. Wouldn't that be something? I mean,
it would be nice.
Yeah.
3 in 5 games would be nice.
We'll see, and I'll see you guys on my show Friday. Let's talk Chicago Bears YouTube. Dan.
And yes, make sure you check out Lynn Hayden. Lynn Hayden, Let's Talk Chicago Bears on YouTube. We'll be here tomorrow night with Foster and PJ and I and Walt. And we're going to do a pregame game cast, Foster and I, and then we'll come, PJ and Walt will come back for the postgame press conference. We will see you there tomorrow night. And let's just end the show on a 1, 2, 3. Bears.
Bears.